Previously in part 1 of my backyard makeover.
My affirmations of a garden girl. You know your
Now in this video, I bring y'all along with me through every part of the process as a beginner gardener. We are mapping out more space in the backyard. We are bringing in new garden beds. We are building new garden beds. And of course, bringing in some budget-friendly DIYs. We are finally bringing what I have been nurturing from seed out into the garden, bringing in all the garden aesthetics and just learning as we grow. So my intention and hope for this video is just to inspire and motivate someone to just start whatever idea, whatever goal, or whatever thing it may be. Allow yourself to just take action, even if that means you are a beginner. Honey, welcome the trial and error, because that is the only way you are going to truly see what you are capable of. And this is a long one, baby, but I promise you are going to enjoy every minute. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and enjoy.
I've been feeling like the man lately. Can't nobody do it like I can daily. Baddest in the land. Body turn your nigga to a fanny up. I made it where I'm at on my own. Had a couple blocks in the road.
Look, I'm isolated in the sun today, so we're gonna put this together in my bedroom. Ain't that weird, putting together a garden bed? But look, we in the AC. Let's put this together here. I wasn't gonna put it together on camera because technically I've already done that in the previous video, but somebody commented that it actually helped her to watch me put it together because she doesn't see it often. So even though it's pretty much the same steps, let me just assemble it with y'all. Comment below if that makes a difference to y'all. Like watching me put things together, even if it's time-lapse and sped up, does it help? That's very helpful to know. I'm gonna be quiet. Let's open this up. I also don't know if this is the color that I expected it to be, so we'll get a first impression. Okay, so here's the thing. What's strange, I don't know if it's just my eyes, it gives a cream, but almost like a green. I'll let y'all be the judge. Oh, y'all cannot see this. What color do y'all think this is? What do y'all see? Maybe you'll see it better when we get into the sun. Tannish green. Y'all probably just see tan. We'll wait till we put it together. It works. It works. Look, it works. Each of these panels has this protective coating. So I'm gonna get all these off first, and then we'll start putting them together. This is why to-do lists are important, y'all, because I just had the quickest, deepest, intrusive thought. Don't nobody feel like doing this. Ooh, I was just gonna stop, but it is on my to-do list today. We're gonna get it done. My birthday's tomorrow, so I wanted to have this done and not have to do any labor. Let me take this off. I'll be back. Here's 1, 2. It's actually my birthday. So I'm gonna at least get these out of my bedroom and downstairs so that after today we can get in the garden. Woo! Slow and steady today. Slow and steady today. There's no reason to rush. Right? No reason to rush. Right. I got a few of these stackable trays from Dollar Tree. My first stackable project is going to be solely for strawberries. But looking on Amazon and stuff, they range from about 30, 40, 50, 60 and up. And they don't have as many tiers as I would like. So y'all know I'm gonna try this. We're gonna see. I have a total, I think I have about 8 or 9 of these. I don't know if that's gonna be too tall, but the goal is to make something that's just tall enough, a little different than what you normally see. This was completely spontaneous. I just saw this trash can and I noticed that it's the same shade. That's literally the only thing that drew me in. But I'm thinking, hold on, I'm thinking. I was thinking of initially like maybe gluing at least one of these down to this, but it's probably wiser to try and like maybe screw it in here so that the bottom base is sturdy, right? Once I get that one in, I can add a couple of these extra tiers. Hold on, follow me, follow me, follow me. You see what I mean? Now granted, it won't be this tall. This is on a table. I don't know, I'm winging it, y'all. I didn't see this anywhere. I'm literally just making this up. But I think that it'll be just so cute if it does work out. So step one, we're gonna try and get the base connected to here. And I'm thinking screwing it in will probably be the best, more reliable way to do it, so. Ooh. Don't forget, if you purchase these, you have to cut these holes so that water can drain, FYI. Granted, I've never used these before, so I'm not sure exactly the best way to do it. I'm just trying stuff. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Full disclosure. It looks crazy because y'all, what I would recommend if you're doing this, screw the holes in here first so it's easier once it goes through here. Look, trial and error, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. But we're gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. I got it in here. Also, I was initially gonna do like E6000 glue and just glue it here, which it should be fine. I just feel like screwing it will be better. It's no big deal. We're winging it, we're having fun with it, and we're creating as we go. So here's what we look like. Let's get it stacked up. I'm gonna back up all the way so y'all can really see what I mean by it being stacked. I was gonna do 6, but I'm really, honestly, probably gonna try 8. Let's see. That's beautiful. What y'all think? Now, it's not gonna be this tall, so I'm gonna put it down so y'all can see what it really looks like height-wise. Yeah, I think it is so freaking cute. All right, so boom. Yeah, I'm thinking 8, okay. So before we start to fill it up, because I'm actually inspired, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's raining outside, so we're gonna do this part inside. But let's calculate the cost of this. The base is $5. Each tier is $1.25. There are 8 tiers. 25, 25, 25, okay, $8, $10. So $10 for the tiers, $5 for the base. That's a $15 DIY tower, y'all. Y'all, my personal goal is to start my garden from seed. As tempting as it is to go and buy a plant that's already like sprouting fruits or bearing things, there's just something special to me about watching it grow from start to finish. I've been trying the seeds for strawberries, but I haven't had much luck. So I'm gonna start it with the roots. Here are the roots that I have. This should be about 25 strawberry plants. I'm gonna put these in some water for about 45 minutes to an hour. And each of these are gonna go into those pods. I'm gonna show y'all that when I do it. Let me get these soaking, and while these are soaking, we'll be taking the stickers off of those and getting the dirt in and getting them ready. Okay, my strawberry tower. Ah! As you can see, this soil has settled, y'all. There's so much I need to fill in. I've already started this one over here. You can tell the difference, obviously, right? I'll probably add 1 or 2 more bags here. Granted, y'all, this is 32 inches tall, by the way. I had the mindset of go big or go home. I was thinking of all the weight that it would need during like hurricanes and things like that. So my hope is that all of the soil that I put in here is going to help it stay in place. But to bring this here, from this was an extra like 10 or 11 bags of soil. That I put an extra about 10 bags in here, and we'll be back. Also, for those who gave me tips for soil, saying I probably shouldn't buy this kind, I took all your suggestions, trust me, thank you. Honestly, this was least expensive and convenient for what I need at this particular moment, but I am doing more research on soil and things like that going forward. So thank you for the suggestions, y'all. I hear y'all, and keep on dropping any tips that y'all have. Let's get this 10 bags of soil and add it into here. First, let's break this up a little bit though. It's a little tough.
I wish I had the same delusion that I do when I was 2 and didn't think that I could ruin anything at all. I could never fall. I wish I had that same conviction, convinced I never needed fixing.
Real quick, put on your imagination goggles, y'all. I need y'all to visualize something with me, okay? Now this little border here, I got my chaos corner with the little sunflowers and a couple of wildflowers. But over here, what I do know is I'm gonna be planting. I'm thinking where I'll plant my pumpkin seeds, because I do want to make like my own little mini pumpkin patch. I already have the seeds and everything, but we're one thing at a time. Let's focus. I think because I know that I'm gonna, do some things alongside this fence, that I need to at least get a strip of that grass pulled up, dug out at least a little bit. Lord, I am not looking forward to that. So like boom, flowers in the corner, be like some squash. Somewhere I'll do my little pumpkin patch area. I want to set it up to where I can get them to grow up. So this fence area will be dedicated to growing. Anywhere from flowers, maybe my pumpkins, some food. This little corner here is just an area where Sage runs and gets his paws dirty. Y'all look at this. When it's raining and it's wet, he just loves running back here. Oh Lord, I think
What you want.
I think I need to knock this out first, to be honest, because look, this is all dirt, kind of like sandy dirt, but it's right off of this area, and he loves to just come from over here, run through here, go out here, which is fine, but all this is a no. So honestly, I want to be able to dig up the weeds, lift up the pavers that I put over here, try and maybe like even out. See, look, perfect example. Try and even it out as much as I can and cover it up with cardboard to start, to try and stop new growth, because this was like the most recent thing I thought about. I think this corner would be a nice like little potting station. Once I can level this ground, kind of cover up the grass, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna just do cardboard and cover it up with a tarp, mulch, rocks, I don't know. Probably not mulch, because clearly I already tried and it did not succeed. But I think this corner will be a nice little potting station where I can put like a table with a shelf beneath it, a back wall for things where I can hang things like my potting accessories, my gardening stuff, storage for soil, just things. It gets a good amount of shade. If it gets too bad, I can try and figure out maybe like a DIY shading solution, but that'll be down the line. I would be able to just come out, do my gardening thing without being in the blazing hot sun. It'll also add a nice like gardeny kind of like ambiance and more flowers, more plants near this area. I want it to be wood, so I think that'll be a nice element to add. So yeah, just to give y'all an update on what I'm thinking. Y'all look at me. I am so dirty. I need a shower. Before I allow myself a break, at least what we're gonna finish today is getting these pavers up, because they are heavy, child. They are heavy and they are in there.
Yeah, that girl really knew her business. Where did she go? Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she.
Y'all, don't laugh at me because, all right, here we go. Don't laugh at me because when I tell y'all I'm just jumping straight into this gardening thing, as I go, I realize how many tools I don't have. Like a small spade for digging. I'm going to use a spoon, okay, because that's all I have right now. And I do have another like raking small tool, but as I go, I'm coming up with things that I need. So I'm going to make like 10 different holes, put a little bit of extra soil in them. I have to be careful because I already have some things that are planted, but the goal is like corn around the back, since it'll be what I think to be the tallest. So yeah, we'll see.
And if nothing, everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it. That I was a member of Confidence Club, guess that don't last forever. I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just owned it, but sadly I've outgrown it. I know I'm still that girl, but I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew.
I found this corum that I didn't think was doing anything, but it is trying to like sprout, so I'm gonna put this back in the ground. I'm hopeful. So we'll put that back, keep it towards the top. All right, y'all, that's the corn. But I'm gonna give this a good moisture. Grow, 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 grow nice and strong. Hold on and grab strong. You got this, okay? Everybody, on the count of 3. Let me get those last 2 up.
Wasn't really ready, no, I had to grow up, but it's so heavy and I'm feeling low. Unlearning all that was wrong for me.
We done for today. Lies, child. Quick little update, y'all. My grass has been going crazy, but I'm not gonna like start my lawn service until I at least have the perimeter of what I'm gonna be doing out here with my garden, okay? And I know I want to use this wall, so I'm about to take my little weed whacker, okay? I'm gonna take my weed whacker and clean it up a little bit. Probably get over here and clean that up too. It don't look as high as it is, but it's really high. See? So yeah. Let's get this cleaned up and then we'll be back.
And I wish somebody would've should've warned it. No, they did, but I kept ignoring. Didn't wanna have to face it, but if I don't know it's gonna break me, oh. Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she's #1, and if nothing, everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it. That I was a member of Confidence Club, guess that don't last forever. I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just owned it, but sadly I've outgrown it. I know I'm still that girl.
All right, I did the best I could for now, okay? Cleaned it up so I can get back out here. Now let's figure out what we're gonna do over here. He been waiting to get out here. Watch him go running. All right, go. Go, go. Go, 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 go. Go again. Go again. I can't wait till I have the garden really blooming. I'm gonna stop. And let's get back to work. Just found something on the curb, y'all. I figure why not, right? These are 2 little planters, right? Only thing is they don't have a bottom. Oh, okay. I'm figuring it out. But these were on the curb the next block over. I'm debating if I want to paint them, but let's first take them out to the backyard.
I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew. It's like sitting in a boat, wondering if it is going to float. Now that I've packed all my things, is there anything else I should bring? Yeah, that shit that I can't.
So here's the thing. I was going to put both of these planters on each side of the Vago garden ones because I feel like it just fit perfectly. But I'm dying to try a arch trellis, right? And I feel like because my backyard is just straight block and I want to be strategic with how I use the space, I think that corner is the only one that I could potentially make an arch in. So if I fill these 2 garden beds here, get from that corner, Sage. So if I fill these 2 and try and create maybe like an arch here, I think that'll be visually pleasing versus trying to like put an arch on a flat wall. Put an arch on a flat wall. It wouldn't be as visually appealing. Y'all get what I'm saying? Even if I want to like take pictures once I get like some greenery growing and things like that, I think that's a better use of the space. What do y'all think? Comment below. Tell me what y'all think. I think I've already decided. Because then also that'll open up this little area here for me to do something different. Yeah, I feel better about that. Let the garden flow more this way since we got the shed over here. Ah! Let's get closer. Let me show you what I mean. So here's what I mean. You see? And if I want to do like a mini little walkway or something, these are sunflowers, some transplanted corn. I'm not sure how well that's going to do, but we're hopeful. A couple of wildflowers. So these are things that should grow pretty tall. So that'll be a nice little backdrop. But if I put, let's say, squash or pumpkins, more so pumpkins, this could be the start of my pumpkin arch. My pumpkin arch and maybe a few squash on each side. Ah! Either way, I think this is a great corner for me to try an arch. Yeah, I've already decided. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. Let's get some cardboard down here so we can start to kill off the grass. I've been out here working, and what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna dig up this grass, y'all. Trial and error. We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna smother it with some cardboard. I have some more. Hopefully I got enough. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Have some more of this. I got some more of this. Okay. I think we got enough for this at least. And we'll go from there. Patrick, say thank you to Patrick. Say thank you, Patrick, y'all. Patrick always come through when I need him.
Ladies, it's over with.
He got a girl. Like they've been waiting.
Faithful.
Oh, Lord. Say thank you, Patrick, in the comments. He always come through for me. Thank you.
Here I find myself again, time traveling only in my head. From the past to future play, or change, yeah. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life.
It did not go as planned because this was like 1/2 inch to an inch wider than the garden bed. I could have had it on top, but we get strong wind, y'all, so I wasn't gonna play with that. I think this was the second best option. Whatever I grow back there will still be able to be seen. I just have to figure out how I'm going to plant my pumpkins down here, but I just did this, y'all, and I don't know what it looked like. Let me tell you, this was not easy. Every video that I saw, somebody either had their husband do it, okay, or they had several people to do it, and I am so proud that I did this on my own. I love it. Like, in my mind, I already see the greenery. I already see the vision. Y'all, so let me give y'all an update of what the seeding station is looking like, because we're gonna move some things around and transplant some things. I've already moved each of these zucchinis from the seeding tray to a bigger pot. They are almost ready to be transplanted outside, but I'm giving them a little bit more time. I also did 2 of the Brussels sprouts just to see if I can get some more growth. They're a little slower, but those are Brussels sprouts. These are sunflowers. I'm not gonna seed sunflowers again. Look, this is all trial and error, so I'm learning kind of what works for me. Sunflowers for me are gonna be more of a straight to the soil kind of thing. So I'm gonna get these outside and just put them somewhere. I have my sweetie tomatoes. I think these are just about big enough to move into maybe like a little bit of a larger pot so that I can get them ready to go out. I really want to just get all this out because if you can see, the soil is getting green, but I think it's mold from the dampness. I just want to nip that in the bud. So we're going to take the soil off, get them repotted. We've got the sweetie tomatoes. Baby, I only got 1 onion out of this whole thing, but we're gonna work with what we got. These are Brussels sprouts. I have really more than I need, so I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do with that. And here are my carrots. This is so much better than my first attempt. Again, learning as I go. So we're gonna go through these, pick the strongest ones, get them moved over into these bigger pots. They're not big, but they're still. Down here we have sweet peppers. I'm not sure if these are big enough to transplant and like move just yet, but I probably will, just to empty out these trays, honestly. This kale is looking very, very sad, but I might try and transplant like 1 or 2. I don't know, I'm not gonna have too much hope for the kale, but this is my kale. These are my flowers. There are my zinnias, my zinnia giants, just a larger version of the zinnias. These are my foxgloves, and these are my California poppies. My echinacea didn't do anything. I learned that I started them wrong, but I'll be trying those again soon. Baby, I'm sharing the good and the bad. Look at this tray. I had very minimal luck on this tray. Cabbage, broccoli, collards. Yeah. Yeah, learning as we go. So I'm gonna get this one emptied out. And the other tray that just didn't do well. And most of these cells look dry because they weren't doing anything. So I just gave up on them. This is over 2 weeks of nothing. So whatever went wrong just went wrong. I do have one little pea. I got one pea, y'all. So I'm gonna transplant this into a bigger little pot. Sage, are you serious? Sage, get down. I try to give my attention to anything for 1 second, child. But yeah, here's my one little pea. I think we're gonna just try to make it do what it do with what we have. So we're gonna get a lot of these cells emptied out. We're gonna move what we can move so that we can make more progress. These are my ranunculus flowers. So these are also just flowers. I'll probably move those outside soon and keep my fingers crossed that they'll survive in the heat, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all an update. All of this I grew from seed, y'all. So yeah, I'm proud of this. Even though we don't have anything out there yet, I already in my mind have the vision, y'all. So yeah, before I made any changes, I wanted to show y'all where we were first. Comment below, all my gardeners. Do you prefer seeding? Do you prefer straight to soil? Do you prefer buying the plant and just planting it? I don't think either way is wrong. I think everybody just finds what works for them. But I'm interested to know what you prefer, what you've tried. Comment that below. I'm about to put this camera down and actually get to the dirty work, and I'll be back with the update.
The next day.
All right, y'all, so I'm about to pull the trigger. Let me tell you a little secret. I've been a little afraid. I've been a little afraid for the next step. I am proud that I've been able to get such beautiful growth from seed by me babying them and taking care of them on my own. That really truly tests my green thumb. But I am terrified of what's gonna happen once I put them in the dirt, but I can't let that stop me. So I'm about to just rip the band-aid off. Trial and error. I will say, y'all, I started my seeds way late into the growing season. So I'm fully aware that the time I am trying to transplant these in June, end of June at that, like smack dab in summer, is not ideal for Florida. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. It'll just be an experience. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna rip the band-aid off. We're gonna take the carrots out. We're gonna take the Brussels sprouts out. We're gonna take the zucchini out. We're gonna take some flowers out. And we're just gonna hope for the best because she's bare out there. It's time to really, really get into it. All right? Fingers, give me this emoji. Give me this emoji in the comments. Or hashtag trial and error. Hashtag you got this.
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you're way past that. All that bad, 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 bad. So bad, 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 bad. Can you see it, honey? Can you see it? Seeing past the trouble, now you know the meaning of it all. It all. Didn't think it happened so soon, but that one afternoon you finally moved on. Letting go of all that he said and finally cared for yourself. You really moved on. And I feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. I feel it, I feel it. Ooh. It's gonna be the ending of all that's bad. From now on, let's just leave it all in the past and look how good we are.
Hey y'all, it is the next day from when I transplanted everything. I'm gonna show y'all what we're looking like so far. Few things getting a little beaten from the sun, but look, in my garden only the strongest survive at this point, so we're looking pretty good. I did get in here and put a little bit more water onto them. There are the zucchinis, the peas, the zinnias. What's looking sad are my ranunculus, but I've kind of already guessed that would happen. It's only the longer ones. I've already watered them. Honestly, I'm gonna leave them because I don't want to create a garden that I have to baby. If they go, they go. The zinnias are looking good so far still. Zucchini looking good so far still. My little Brussels sprouts. Here's another example of the zinnias that I'm not gonna say it's looking bad. It's just kind of like dangling and hanging. But again, we'll see how it goes. These are the California poppies, baby. These those might be the first to go. The flowers though, I'm not gonna put too much thought into them. My potatoes, I need to give them some more water. Remember my chaos corner, y'all? Look at it. Look at my chaos corner. It's still little, it's still small, but baby, it's doing something. So yeah, this is what we're looking like so far. Let's come out here. Some of y'all are gonna be like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you even trying? Look, why not, okay? Why not? Here's my onion. It looks super sad, and it looks super sad because this one's broken. I probably should just cut this, which I'm gonna do actually. I'm actually gonna just allow this one to come off. I'm gonna cut this part and pray that the rest continues to grow. This little tiny thing here is kale, y'all. Yep, this little tiny thing here is kale. I still have hope. I have hope. My kale and my broccoli are the tiniest things I brought out here. I know for a fact I could have waited a little bit longer for the kale and the broccoli, but only the strongest survive. Here's my carrots, okay. I think the carrots will do pretty good out here. I'm glad that I have them covered. There are a few things I wanted to make sure that I had covered. My Brussels sprouts, more Brussels sprouts, Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts. Like, I actually really like to eat them. And y'all, don't laugh at me, okay? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. This is my broccoli. These are my broccolis, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right here what I really feel. I feel like this one, okay, this might shrivel up. This might not do nothing. But I do feel like this one has a fighting chance. Look how tiny it is in comparison to my hand. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. They're so small that if you stand back, you almost see nothing in there. But that's what we're looking like, y'all. We got everything in here. Got everything out. And I'll keep y'all updated. Now, I came out here for real because of this arc. Arch or arc? I Googled it and they said that you can say arch or arc. But I think that arch feels better. So I really came out here for the arch trellis because y'all know I originally wanted it to go from this garden bed to that garden bed. So it would have been pushed back further, just kind of like making it more of like a corner piece. It still is, but it's being pushed out a little more than I expected. Meaning the pumpkins that I wanted to plant on the side of them, I now have to create like a garden bed or a dirt area for them. I was thinking to dig this up and just put a lot of dirt down, put a lot of soil down, but because these posts are already kind of in the ground and this is not a small arch, y'all. I'm 5'10". This goes above my head. And also, if I get to digging around these posts, it's going to, I think, affect the stability. Like, I don't want to mess with that. So I've been looking for some garden beds to put like on the sides, but that's getting costly. It's getting costly. I don't want to just have a bunch of garden beds before I really start to see what I've already created flourishing. So we're going to do a DIY. I've been doing my research. I've been doing the comparisons. Y'all know I got to throw the good budget-friendly DIYs in there whenever I can. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to measure this. I'm going to go to Lowe's because we are going to do some DIY garden boxes. This is going to be beginner and budget-friendly, y'all. Nothing fancy, but it's going to get the job done. I'm hoping because this is the first time me doing this. And it's only using 2 things. So let's go to Lowe's. I'll show you what we're going to do.
For too long. 7 days a week, but now you moved on. And I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, feel it, I feel it, I feel it. This gon' be the ending of all that's bad. From now on, let's just leave it all in the past and look how good we are.
Y'all, it wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it all the way 100. This works. And here's the garden bed that you can make. It's a garden bed. All you do is put the pieces together, right? You could even go shorter and do like a 2x6 so that it's flush and flat, but I wanted a little bit more height for the soil. The thing about it is I don't love these bricks. I actually think the bricks are a little too DIY looking for me. So I decided to just screw in the ends here, which if you want it to be half the cost, you could do that too if you already have the nails, of course. I'm going back to the store. I'm taking the bricks back. I'm going to just screw them on each side. Still budget friendly, a little bit more effort, y'all, but it's a cleaner look. It'll be a much cleaner look after the fact. I'll show y'all. If you want to do the bricks, it still works. It still works. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna take the bricks back, get a couple more nails, and I'll be back.
New love, can we get high? New love, no drugs. I'm ready to fly, no drugs. Pull up, if I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come inside in us, I am baptized, I am alive again. Give me new life, take me to heaven. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never go back to when we before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Mine. Enough. I've waited as long as I've lived. Thumbs up. Come get with yours and what's real. Boot up. Blissful in each other's skin above. When you come inside, finally resigned to the occasion. Past love's forgiven. Made heart space for the one. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never going back to when before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels
little last minute light haul, y'all. I got some solar lights that I'm gonna put on the arch. So this set is from Amazon. It actually comes with the remote. I did not know that. But of course you got your solar receiver. You know I can't help myself. I know it's always something else. But since I can't have my plants or what I'm growing to show up right away, I think having this light is a nice little ambiance at night. That's my instant gratification addition. Let's see. I thought this would have a clip, but it doesn't, so I'm gonna put this in the ground. This goes into the ground. I don't know why I thought it was a clip. If only y'all really knew how hot it really is out here.
I wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours. I just wanna make you mine.
The camera overheated, but I also got a few of these from Dollar Tree. These are not gonna be as bright, but it'll still, I think, add a little bit of light. Here's the solar part, sticks to the bottom like that. And I got a few of these. Phase 2 of the garden journey is complete. Finally, and Lord, part 2 was a workout. So I am glad to finally have laid like the foundation down of the beginning of my garden, y'all. We talked through most of it in the video. Let me show y'all a few updates, some things up close and things I didn't get to explain. This is looking empty, I know, but we are moving off of vision here. Here is where my pumpkins are. I will say there are a few that have not yet sprouted. I'm getting a little nervous, but we are going to trust. We've got the white pumpkins here, the fairy tale pumpkins here. I did 3 of each on each side. So we are hoping for 2 more over here, 1 more over here. I did also plant a few stalks of corn here. And I threw in some kale, cabbage, kale, honestly, just for the hell of it. It's not the best season for those things, but we're gonna see. So that's that. These leaves are looking very nice and healthy though, so I am very, very hopeful. I'm more excited for the fairy tale pumpkin, y'all. I always used to buy them from Target, hence used to buy them from Target. Now I'm gonna be able to come to my backyard and get my fairy tale pumpkins. I love how the different pumpkins already show the difference in how they grow and how they sprout. Over here is kind of the same situation. We're not getting as lucky, but I'm still hopeful, y'all. On this side is where I planted the jack-o'-lanterns, just your classic orange pumpkins. We got one of those sprouting, and over here are the blue pumpkins. I'm hopeful, so we'll keep y'all updated there. Also added a few corn stalks here too. Same thing, kale, cabbage, kale. Also towards the front, I threw a couple different variations of flowers, y'all. I can't even tell you what they were at this point. I've got a tiny sprout. Wait, can you even see it? Wait, let me see. You see that? That's like the first tiny sprout of the flowers that I have growing over here. Look, I'm excited. I love the idea of this being this, but knowing that it's just gonna be so much more. Once they really start to sprout and grow, that's when I'll be able to kind of, you know, guide it over the trellis. I think I did the lining, y'all, perfect for the size of this bed. The reason I added this liner, because I realized I didn't fully explain it. This is weather treated wood, right? Which is done with chemicals. For anybody interested in doing projects like this, if you don't already know, if you're using a wood that is weather treated, as water absorbs into the soil that you're going to have into those beds, it's also going to be absorbing into the wood, meaning the chemicals that are used to treat this wood, which are very harsh, very toxic, will seep into your soil. And if you are growing things that you plan to eat, put into your body, toxins, poisons, so you don't want to mix the two. This is a really good barrier, y'all, a really good barrier to separate for when it rains. So I'm glad that I did that. Just a little tip. I got this little mushroom from the Dollar Tree and it's so cute. Obsessed with the trellis. I can walk straight through here, no problem. I'm 5'10". It's literally perfect, y'all. All right, as for these garden beds here, they look kind of the same. I will say the leaves on my zucchini squash are not as green as they were before, and I think it's because I am dealing with white flies and they're getting really bad, y'all. I've been doing my research. I just started with neem oil for them. They actually look yellower on this camera than they actually are. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, they are lightening up and I am recognizing it. So this morning I watered everything with a fertilizer mix. And everything that comes up, y'all, which has been a lot when it comes to the insects and stuff, I'm honestly taking it one instance, one day at a time, because I'm learning so much as I go. This is freaking flowering. Am I tripping? Yep, comment below. Is this is this not a flower? This is definitely flowering. I feel like it's too soon for this to be flowering. This is way too small to be flowering in my opinion, but comment below, tell me what y'all think. Here is my Brussels sprout, still very small, but she is growing. She's growing. She's got all her leaves. That is not the same that every Brussels sprout plant that I have can say, so she's looking good. Here's our pretty little peas, pretty little baby. My zinnias are looking nice, looking good. Pretty much the same over here. My zinnias, my zucchinis, more zucchini, peas, Brussels sprouts, small but mighty. Here are my potatoes. The leaves are starting to wilt on my potatoes. I don't know if that means that they'll be ready or if I need to add more dirt. I feel like at what point do you stop adding the dirt onto the potatoes? Because this is, I think, a 15-gallon bucket and it's almost full. But those are my potatoes. Look at my chaos corner, y'all. This is probably one of my favorite parts just because I know for a fact this little corner was nothing but dirt. And look at it. There's literally not one plant, one flower bloomed, but it still makes me happy because I know that these sunflowers are going to have heads on them at one point. They're going to grow nice and tall. The stems are growing nice and thick. There's also like different variations of like flowers in here. I don't know what some of these things in here are, and that's the exciting part, because when blooming season comes and it's time for them to show themselves, it'll be like a lovely surprise. I got this monarch butterfly wind chime from Goodwill. I went there for a completely different reason, but when I saw this, I'm like, oh my god, how beautiful is that, right? I love monarch butterflies, and this is the beginning of me manifesting that there will come a time where my yard will be a safe haven for butterflies and birds and all the pretty stuff. So I got that from Goodwill. I got the stand from Dollar Tree. These little solar lights here, those are also from Dollar Tree. I already told y'all those are from Amazon. I will link those for y'all. Also, something I didn't mention, I got 2 of these planter pots. This is from Aldi. These are plastic, nothing super special, but they were only $4.99, and I just love the color. I love the color. I got a few more plants inside, so I think I'm either gonna put maybe like tomatoes or my peppers in here. I got 2 of them, one over there. It's got some pretty good drainage too. But I love that color. They also have like a darker brown, a reddish terracotta. This is like the in-between that I really like. Let me show you the babies in here. Whew. Oh, look, it's a perfect. I can see exactly what's happening. Okay. All right, look at the babies in here, y'all. I'm gonna grab my phone for the rest of this. My battery's already dying, but I want to show you how this stuff is not as yellow as it's showing on camera. We'll finish this off on the cell phone. Anyways, here is the update of what we are looking like. Still not crazy, but we got some growth. The corn was looking a whole lot better, but one thing I noticed, especially the past few days, is if you can see here, that's just hanging off and falling. I'm like, what's going on? I'm glad I came over here, y'all, because I just caught the culprit doing his job. I don't know what these are called, but they have basically been disguising themselves in the soil, and when I cover this up, they've been chewing off the heads of my carrots. So before I put this back down, I'm gonna go through and see if I can find any more, y'all. I have had a rude awakening, okay, from the insects. Here's a Brussels sprout, there's a Brussels sprout, there's a Brussels sprout. They're actually not looking too bad. If you remember what it looked like at the very beginning, while it's still small, it's still some growth. But here's one they completely devoured, like demolished this. Onion update, I did cut off the other half, and when I did that, this grew right away. So the onion is growing good. I don't think I told y'all about my herbs. I did start some herb pots, and they're pretty much the same thing on each, just doubled. At the top, I have my spinach growing. The second row is for my sage, which is a lot quicker on the other side. I'll show you over there. This is my basil, my parsley, and my peppermint. Same thing, you can see the spinach over here. Here's a better look at some sage that's growing more. Basil. So those are my herbs, y'all. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that, y'all. Herbs are expensive in the store, unnecessarily too. So just to be able to watch this grow and have it when it does, I'm excited. Strawberry tower, y'all. While I love the tower, let me tell you, I did not have good luck with these strawberry roots. And I cannot fully blame the sellers, because what I realized is that they were being submerged in water. When I first put them out here, I was honestly watering them every single day on top of the rain, and this is just a spot that got so much water, y'all. So most of these pods that are empty, I've taken them out because they just rotted, wilted away. Even the ones up top aren't looking very strong. There are a few that are still hanging on, but I'm thinking of getting more of these roots, potting them in a different kind of soil, something with more drainage and not so muddy, putting it in a spot that gets a little bit more shade, and honestly really just experimenting with it, y'all. I'm just gonna experiment. If you have any tips or suggestions for strawberries, let me know. It's honestly not really strawberry season where I live. I'm in zone 10A. We hot over here, okay? But again, we're learning as we grow. We are learning as we grow. I also don't think I told y'all about these two. I got these grapevines from Walmart, y'all. These are the only plants that I actually purchased, not from seed or not from root, but they aren't bearing fruit. I've had the toughest time trying to find seeds that actually had reviews or any feedback from people who have purchased them before. I want to be able to grow grapes. I don't know how long it will take for these to bear, but I just felt like they were perfect. I just felt like they were perfect for this spot, y'all. She's already grabbing hold, okay? Look at this. She's already grabbing hold, okay? I think she likes the spot, child, because look, she's holding on for dear life. I just think it is so amazing what nature does naturally. Sometimes you just gotta let her do what she does. But watching those closely, I have no knowledge of grapevines whatsoever. Wondering how long it's gonna take for it to bear fruit. If I have it how it's supposed to be. Look, I'll keep y'all updated. I'm not gonna open this because I ended up taking every little tiny plant out, just popping a few seeds in, which, let me see, hold on. Yeah, I pretty much just put seeds in here instead of bringing the very, very tiny ones I was trying to nurture. Y'all, look at this. When I tell you the bugs devoured what I did try to bring up in here, and it kind of was a lesson and the benefits of truly allowing what you grow indoors to mature a little bit more. That way it has a better chance of fighting, you know, what the bugs bring to it. I will say I threw a couple of seeds down here for broccoli, y'all. And we got a little sprout. What's crazy is this sprout just popped, so it's probably like on day 1 or 2. That's about the same size as the other one I had that was like 2 to 3 weeks old. So perfect example. Sometimes you just gotta throw it in there and see what happens. Also, I'm pretty sure this is an onion. I'm not sure. We'll see. This is nothing right now. This is nothing. We're gonna let it be nothing for now. I did pop a few seeds over here. I only have 1 sprout so far. Also decided to do a chaos corner here and a chaos corner here, which mostly will be sunflowers, just so that on each side of my she shed we'll have some fun, some colors, some flowers, some more greenery. Sage likes to kind of go back there, so I'm hoping once it starts to grow that will hopefully keep him from doing so. Now that I think of it, I need to start getting some stuff for the shed. We haven't done anything to it decorative this year, but yeah, that's what we have so far, y'all. That's what we got so far. Look at this. I know all the foliage has not fully grown and bloomed. What I'm looking at right now is I see the finished product. That's just the way my mind works. You know, don't worry though, we'll get there and y'all will be able to see the vision too. But I absolutely love what I have been able to do, y'all. I am so proud of what I have created, the progress that I've made. There's a part of me that was about to keep on going and building, but I said, let me pause and let me stop. Let's focus on what we already have. In the next garden update, of course, I'll show y'all the growth. I'll show y'all how things are doing. I had to take a second and pause because I can get into this mode where it's like all or nothing, get it all done. What's next? What's next? What's next? I'm pausing right now. I'm allowing myself to pause for a second. Enjoy what this is, allow some more growth to happen, and then we will continue to build. I'm more than likely gonna do like a bed over here, probably do some building over here, get the grass out of this corner and kind of do the same thing here, going all the way back here so that that mud is taken care of. So much to do, but I would rather sit back and take in what I've already done for now. So comment below, tell me what y'all think. Do y'all like the trellis? Have you built a trellis? What did you use? How was it holding up? What kind of garden beds do you have? Was I tripping? Do you like that better than the brick? Let me know what you think about that. Do you grow your own herbs? Do you have any tips for that? And yeah, that's it. I'm proud. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope if nothing, it gave you a moment of relaxation, calm, peace, and good energy in your day. And if nothing else, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next video.
Gives a cream almost like a green. Gives a cream almost like a green.
There's just so many damn bugs jumping out here, y'all. I don't even know what to do at this point. Yeah. Hey, look alive, look alive. Okay, it might not make why did you he keeps throwing his pillow right here. I'm finna crash out. Get woo. Sage. And I'll be back with the update. Oh, it's the thunder. You're scared. Okay. I'm sorry, baby. You don't like thunder. That's what it is, huh, boo-boo? You're just a baby. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, boo-boo. It's okay. It's okay. Unculus where it's kind of long. I think it's... Ooh, it's a bug on me. Lord Jesus. Come on, girl. She's been cleaning all day, y'all. It's time for her to come home. And you leave her alone, Sage. Hello, kind sir. Are you relaxing in the middle of the day? Did you work? Did you do anything today? It amazes me how exhausted you can be From doing what exactly, though? Huh? Who is bringing home the bacon? What job do you have that I don't know about? Huh? What situationship are you in that's stressing you out? Something is weighing heavy on you for you to be so tired, baby, because I can't. Watch out. I'm trying to make this bed. Get on. I'm a dog, I'm a mother. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power. Yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. I've been there before, but that life's so bore, so full of the superficial. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good would it be with no one to share and no one who truly cares for me?
Good day in my mind, safe to take a step out. Get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me